Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gap Major and this is a Let's Play in the Tier 7 German premium battleship Odin. A Let's Play is basically where I just describe what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in the ship as we play along. So it's slightly different to the review. Basically this is where I stay undistracted by notes and things like that. Now this is a Tier 7 and 6 game of domination on shards. From the shipping forecast we have Udachi, Megami, Hippo, Wichita, Nelson, Bismarck, Tirpitz and Alabama. Managed to do 6,000 damage to the Tirpitz there. In fact, I'm actually undetected in this current location, so I'm going to get one more volley of HE out, switch to AP. Just seeing that the Bismarck, my friendly Bismarck, is reversing, so I'm just going to try and clear his path. That's the thing, you've always got to watch what your team's doing as well. Now, because it's only 12-inch guns of AP, I'm aiming for the deck line of the Bismarck. It's a trick that I do with the British. Yeah, it's fair returns, I guess you could say. Now I'm going to launch my spotter aircraft. And it looks like the Bismarck is actually well clear of being detected by air. Which is very good. Well, good for him. Well, we'll take advantage of the Wichita then, if we can. Oh wait, Bismarck has, Tirpitz has returned. So I'm just going to aim for the upper armoured belt. Some of it hits the island. And we get one hit that gets through. Now, in the centre, you could have two options. You can either push forward into the objective, or you can reverse back. Sometimes I like to switch from the left side to the right side. It just changes the angle of attack, I guess you could say, against the enemy. You just have to be cautious of any battleships that actually spawn over at the alpha objective. But the hope is that any battleships that are over at the alpha objective are distracted by the alpha objective. Now, aiming for the nose of the Nelson, because I know the nose of the Nelson is actually quite thin. However, that looks like it's not too bad. Switching to the Alabama because it's closest. She's fired, so I'm just going to make sure I stay angled. Even then, that still really hurts. However, we're going to have ourselves an Alabama sandwich. There we go. Om nom 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 nom. Tirpitz is next. Tirpitz has disappeared. Oh, there we go. Tirpitz looks like he's travelling quite slowly. That's decent returns. Nelson's now looking at me, so I am going to just put a bit more speed on. I'm going to get myself readjusted to angle against the Nelson. And the Nelson's got quite thin side armour as well, so I will actually aim a bit lower on the deck. Or on the belt. There's 7,500, that's quite a nice return. Nelson's now actually blocked by 9. If I can't shoot the Nelson, then he probably can't shoot me. So I'm going to put a bit more speed on. I'm going to round the island, which is grid 3-5. Basically 3 across and 5 up. This one here. The Hippo would be tempting, but I can't draw a direct line of sight onto the Hippo. So I'm going to get myself readjusted and re-angled for the Nelson, I think. I'm half expecting the Nelson to just overextend and push out through. Or he might realise that that's probably not the wisest thing to do. If so, let's see, we've got another Tirpitz over here. So we've got 2 Tirpitz and a Nelson. And a Bismarck. Looks like all their battleships have kind of pushed over here. Also, Hippo is extending around the island and is in range. That could be victim number 2. just a little bit too far out. I need to close in a bit more, so I'm going to play a bit aggressive. Yeah, he's in range sufficiently for me, so I'm going to swing it around, fire. Oh, just turned out. He's at. There we go. So it looks like Hipper's gone. I'm going to get my guns, I'm going to fire on Bismarck, I'm going to hit that throttle. I'm going to do one volley of AP, then I'm going to do another volley of HE. Ooh! Get that spotter aircraft up. Gonna have to back up from this position anyway. Not spotted when firing. That's not. We got one Tirpitz, and actually this could be a decent situation for high explosives. We have another Tirpitz. But there's that Bismarck, that's what we want. Switching back to AP. Gonna switch back to going forwards, and my idea is to slip in just between this island here, and then just slip around and just see what's what. But with that Bismarck going so slowly, I'm not in too much of a rush to actually race around there, because it's just another opportunity of a broadside battleship to take advantage of. Yeah, not such a good return that time, but I'll be happy enough with that. Switching to another broadside battleship. He's now angling away, so switching to high explosives. That's one of the nice things about the Odin. Yes, they're only 12-inch guns, but because they're only 12-inch guns, they actually reload quite quickly in comparison to some of the other gun calibers at tier 7, which does mean if you want to switch ammunition types between shots, it's not too detrimental. You don't feel like you've loaded the wrong ammunition type. And that actually went for it. And our first fire of the game. Now it's only one fire, and therefore he should let it burn. So I'm not going to focus on that battleship anymore. I would actually like him to burn up. Now I'm just going to put the brakes on here. I don't want to push out between these two islands, because what you'll notice, these islands are actually giving me some form of cover against them. Also the Tirpitz does come with torpedoes, and there are 2 of them, so either of them would probably love to rush in nice and close and chuck torpedoes into my side. I mean, I could do the same back to them. Maybe put a little bit of quarter speed on. There we go. So we've got one fire, but one fire doesn't concern me considering how much HP I have, so I quite happily let that fire burn for its full 60 seconds. And then there was only one Tirpitz left. This might be a bit too angled, so I'm going to switch to high explosives. Yeah, so because he's angled, most of those shots landed on the deck. Now I've got enough green bar to repair now, so I'm going to pop that repair party on, just almost repair off all that fire damage. Switching to AP because it looks like he's turning out again, but I've destroyed his torpedo tubes probably on his starboard side. Which is good news for me because that means he can't rush me and torpedo me from that side. He's going to have to almost cross my T if he wants to. Now he's swinging out, so just reading his manoeuvres and we get him. Very nice. That was a very nice game in the Odin. I've literally just woken up, had breakfast and thought, oh, I'll crack on with this. 109,000 damage, 4 kills, 88 hits on target, only 1 fire because I was mostly using AP in that game. There was a lot of broadside battleships. If there was a lot of angled battleships, I would have used a lot more HE, and therefore it would have been a lot more fires and more damage over time from them instead. Accuracy wise, I have gone for quite a few dispersion accuracy buffs in regards to the modules and the commander build, but I find that you've got enough guns. You've got 6. No, you've got 9, I should say. And if you fire them all at the same time, you've got enough shit going down range quick enough, and it's just about accurate enough with these buffs that it's actually giving decent rewards for it. I did find it can be a bit wondery if you didn't go for all the buffs. But then, if you didn't want to go for the buffs, you'd probably go for a secondary build. This is the thing. Like, some people play it different ways. Came 4th on the team, fair enough. There was quite a lot of battleships in that game, so even though I've done only 100,000 damage, I'm sure some of the others have actually done quite a lot more damage as well. Economy wise, so 176,000 credits for the ship service cost for this tier 7 premium, because there's no benefit for being a tier 7 premium, and however managed to walk away with, I think if I didn't have the 20% rare credit booster, I would have walked away with about 3,000 credits. But with that rare credit booster and having the premium account, I'm walking away with 182,000 credits. So all in all, making a nice pretty penny at the end of the day. Well, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, then I'd like to say thank you very much, guys and gals. The commander build and the ship modules will be down in the description, alongside the email address if you want to submit any of your game captures for amateur reports or sea trials. I've been the Galloping Major, and back to the port.